Tonight and always, we're here for you. Good night.
KUAM TV8, home of the Milan Cortina Olympics. Coverage begins February 6, 2026. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adai Itano program. Apply at matson.com and McDonald's of Guam. I'm loving it.
KUAM News Primetime.
Lawmakers debate the fate of Guam's public lands with decisions that could change healthcare, schools, and public safety across the island. I'm Nevaeh Anderson with more from the People's House next.
October marks Head Start Awareness Month. Early childhood partners celebrating with a day filled with activity in Dedido. We have more coming up.
Plus, Arbor Month is officially underway. I'm Mitsuki Hariyama with how officials are getting the community involved, from planting trees to planting seeds of fire safety.
Hafa and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Destiny Cruz-Lingus. Thanks for ending your day with us. Well, from shuttered clinics to new police precincts and the future of our schools, senators debated who gets the land and how it should be used. Nevaeh Anderson reports.
Land is more than just property lines. It's where healthcare is delivered, where our children go to school, and where first responders operate. And it was at the center of debate this week at the People's House. Lawmakers began with the future of the former Department of Public Health main facility in Mangilao, shuttered after a 2019 fire. For nearly 6 years, the building has sat unused, leaving a gap in services like immunizations, maternal and child health, dental care, testing, and benefits programs, making extensive care accessible for families with limited transportation. Bill number 12 from Senator Therese Terlahi would keep the site for public health in the department's possession and work with the Guam Community College and the University of Guam to use part of the facility to provide nursing education. Terlahi pointed to the strain on Guam Memorial Hospital, saying a central health clinic would help prevent and manage disease. A long-delayed assessment found the building in poor condition and not up to code even before the fire. Using $1 million in ARP funds designated by Governor Lulian Guerrero, DPW has begun design work for renovations. Those renovations are estimated to cost nearly $28 million.
This assessment should have been done years ago, but it wasn't. It's done now. And I say we move forward, and we don't delay a second longer in getting this issue settled. I don't think there should actually be any debate. The property belongs to public health.
Supporters say reopening the facility would close a major gap in care and serve as a training ground for future providers.
Public health has always allowed, and they have a cooperation agreement with both schools, GCC and UOG, and that's how our nursing programs are done. They work through public health, Guam hospitals, and private clinics.
But the measure did not move forward. Instead, Bill number 21 from Senator Tina Muñoz Barnes advanced. It would transfer the property to GCC for a nursing annex, with a requirement that GCC and DPHSS collaborate on shared use.
This measure addresses one of the most pressing needs, the shortage of qualified nurses and allied health professionals, by providing Guam Community College with the property needed to expand its programs and to work with the Department of Public Health and Social Services.
Supporters said putting the land under GCC's control strengthens the college's ability to secure grants, but critics worried it could delay restoration of clinical services for residents who relied on public health in Mangilao. Senator Tello Taidagui warned that in hyperfixating on tomorrow's workforce, those who need care today could be left behind. And Senator Terlahi questioned why lawmakers would interrupt DPW's ongoing work.
DPW is in the middle of $1 million contract that the governor finally gave $1 million of ARP money to proceed. This is something we've been asking, why are you not moving on? And she finally moved on it. And now it's going to be us, the legislature, to stop them. So I asked my colleagues, you want to criticize the governor for the lack of support she's given to public health and GMH. I'm very critical of that as well. But why in the world are you going to put yourselves in the middle now of public health returning to its home?
And from healthcare to public safety, Bill 51 by Senator Shangu Matauta would transfer 2 acres in Jigo from the Chamorro Land Trust to the Guam Police Department for a new precinct.
We all must be a part of the solution to build a law enforcement facility in that village that meets or exceeds current policing and safety standards.
All senators agreed Jigo needs added protection, but opponents argued that GPD already controls nearby land and that taking CLTC property reduces what's available for Chamorro families still waiting for leases.
I think is not a wise policy, because we still have thousands of beneficiaries that are waiting for their leases. When in fact GPD has the space, they have the land available to them.
Bill 51 advanced, as did Bill 70 from Senator Joe San Augustine, giving the Guam Department of Education authority to lease underused school properties to raise funds for maintenance and repairs. A procurement team would oversee leases with restrictions on uses such as adult entertainment or cannabis businesses. Supporters described it as a practical way to improve schools by putting dormant assets to work. Bill 73, also by Senator Gumatautau, would transfer another CLTC property, this time in Barragata Heights, to GPD for a centralized emergency communications center. The goal is modernized response and interoperability among the first responders, but questions remain about funding, planning, and the impact on CLTC's mission. Some lawmakers pushed for a reversion of clause if the site isn't developed within 10 years. Other measures included Bill 91, mandating 5 years of residency or guard service for top National Guard leaders. Bill 137, criminalizing interference with reporting of sexual conduct. And Bill 177, establishing December 10th as Insular Force Guard Memorial Day, also honoring the Guam Combat Patrol. From health clinics to classrooms, police stations to emergency networks, senators weighed how to use land and laws to meet community needs. Nevaeh Anderson, KUAM News.
Head Start marks 60 years of changing lives, helping children build the foundation to excel in school and in life. Here at home, the Guam Department of Education and Public Health came together at the Dededo Sports Complex for a day of fun, support, and celebration. Here's more. Giving children a head start to succeed in school and beyond. October marks Head Start Awareness Month, celebrating 60 years of a program that provides education, nutrition, and support services to some of the island's most vulnerable children.
We're celebrating 60 years providing services to the island. Through those 60 years, we've had over 30,000 children. Our enrollment is 534. So, this is just an event to recognize our children and families, our staff, and just celebrate together.
That's Angelina LePay, director of the Guam Department of Education's Head Start program. Today, every center came together for the biggest playtime of the year, Village Playtime at the Dededo Sports Complex. The festivities kicking off with a parade, a proclamation signing, and a full day of fun activities. For many, the celebration carried special meaning, as Head Start has shaped the lives of countless children, families, educators, and leaders like LePay herself.
Head Start, we started as a community action grant, right? So 1965, Guam had us in all of the community centers. So back there was commissioner's offices. I attended at Agate Mayor's office. It was the commissioner's office at the time. My teacher was the commissioner's wife, right? And then through the years, what happened was then Senator Francisco Santos, he introduced the legislation to put us as part of DOE. This is our one big celebration. It means a lot to us because more than 50% of our staff either attended Head Start, our current Head Start, or former Head Start parents and grandparents. Since we became part of DOE, our services have expanded. Our children now, they're part of the DOE system. And it's really, I think that we've done a tremendous job in just getting children and families who are coming from potentially disadvantaged families a head start in life, right? Like I mentioned, I was a Head Start child. That's my earliest memories of school is Head Start. And then here I am today, right, as the program director. So I tell our children and families, you can do anything you want if you put your minds to it. And Head Start is here to help you with whatever your child or family might need.
Those needs continue to be met through partnerships. The Department of Public Health also joining to provide crucial services directly to families.
We have services for immunization from our Division of Public Health, as well as some other services from the playtime services, some gifts for the kids, getting back to school, lunch, t-shirts that we're giving out, just to get kids excited and prepared, especially with the immunizations. Partnership is so important to us at the Department of Public Health and Social Services, especially with the Department of Education, because a huge number of our clients are children. And so this is a really captive audience for us with our Head Start children. And we're able to provide the services directly to them, bring the immunizations to them, and just make it easier for the parents so they don't have to worry or stress about transportation. And we're all here together offering these services. So it's great to be able to support kids and their families today.
And as the celebration continues, LePay says more events are planned in schools, including family reading events, workshops, and other activities. Public Health adds that Village Playtime is just one of many initiatives to strengthen early learning and family engagement. And in other news, jury selection in the murder trial of Nicholas Wayne Moore remains on track for October 13. And despite ongoing fights over digital evidence and technical issues, Moore is accused of killing Michael Castro, whose body was found in Jigo in 2020, a year after he had disappeared. In court Wednesday, Judge Maria Senzon pressed both sides to resolve problems with surveillance video, cell phone data, and the court's case management system. Defense attorney William Gravis challenged whether video clones provided are accurate copies of the original files. Prosecutor Christine Tenorio maintained the original footage was kept intact to prevent tampering, with only working copies shared. The court confirmed up to 45 prosecution witnesses could testify, and evidence like vehicles and weapons will require off-site review. Judge Senzon stressed the need to move forward with careful preparation so the lengthy trial can start without wasting jurors' time. On the evening of October 1st, a 16-year-old male fled on foot from the Department of Youth Affairs Youth Correctional Facility in Manilao. According to DYA, the minor ran away around 9 p.m. while retrieving a mop and bucket outside the intake office. A search of the compound and surrounding area was launched immediately, and Guam police were notified. The youth had been in custody since September 2024 for multiple offenses, including burglary, theft, and criminal mischief. He was last seen wearing a purple George Washington High School polo shirt, black shorts, and black slippers with a white graphic on the strap. The teen is described as Chamorro, 5'4", 148 pounds, with brown eyes and black hair, and a scar and birthmark on the left side of his abdomen. The public is advised to call DYA at 671-735-5022 with any information on his whereabouts. And Guam police are asking for the public's help in locating 33-year-old Cameron Jose Guerrero, also known as Cam. Authorities say Guerrero is a suspect wanted for questioning in connection with several incidents of theft, including a motor vehicle theft in the Upper Tumon area. He also has a history of arrests for violent offenses and has been known to carry a firearm. Guerrero is described as 5'5", about 170 pounds, with brown eyes, a shaved head, and multiple tattoos, including a large tattoo on his neck. Police caution the public not to approach Guerrero if spotted. Instead, call 911 or contact the Guam Police Department's Criminal Investigation Section at 671-475-8615, 6 or 7. A roadside argument in Tamuning escalated into a physical fight, and part of it was caught on video. On September 30th, just after 1 in the afternoon, police say a woman reported being assaulted at the busy Route 10A and Route 1 intersection. It started when a man driving behind her repeatedly honked, claiming she didn't move when the light turned green. Both drivers exchanged words and stopped at the intersection, where they got out of their cars. That's when the confrontation turned physical. The Guam Police Department says both the man and woman sustained minor injuries but refused medical treatment. The case has since been closed and forwarded to the Attorney General's office for possible indictment. Time for a quick break. You're watching KUAM.
Half-a-Day Fresco Fridays on KUAM News. Presented by Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas. Located in Hagåtña, just across from the Gani Shopping Center.
Sometimes parenting can be hard. What should I be doing? The Guam Early Learning Council includes partners who can provide you with early childhood services and supports. We are here to assist. For resources and information, simply call 311 Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., excluding holidays. Early connection can change everything.
Anything's possible.
College is possible. Retirement is possible. Adventure is possible. And so is saving for it all with our Bank Ohana Savings Special. Earn an interest rate of 3.25% for the first 90 days when you deposit $25,000 from another bank into a Bank Ohana Bonus Rate Savings Plus account. Requires a Bank Ohana checking account with an opening deposit of $500. So make your savings goals possible.
Anything's possible.
Reach your possible with Bank of Hawaii.
Welcome back to Primetime. October is here and Arbor Month is officially underway on Guam. The island is celebrating with a month full of tree planting events and important fire prevention outreach activities. Mitsuki Hirayama has more on how the community is coming together to protect both our green spaces and our homes in preparation for fire season.
As October rolls in, Arbor Month celebrations are in full swing, from planting trees to planting seeds of fire safety. Guam Department of Agriculture's Forestry and Soil Resources Division Chief Christine Verheeren shares what's in store this month.
We're excited. We have a beautiful theme this year, and it's green spaces, shared places, enhancing our forests together. And what makes this so beautiful as a theme for the island is that we're embracing partnerships. You know, we're embracing these green spaces that we have across the island, that we're not alone in the efforts to protect Guam, protect our forests and our soil resources and our community.
This year, Arbor Month is also about raising awareness for fire prevention, a critical issue as fire season approaches.
This week is Fire Prevention Week. And so your fire partners across the island are meeting today at 1:30 at Adaloop for the proclamation signing of Fire Prevention Week. And then this Sunday, we will have all of the fire partners at the Micronesia Mall for a full outreach event, and it'll be fun and engaging. Smokey Bear and Sparky will be there. So that's the kickoff.
Program coordinator Shaylin Salas has been instrumental in building the Arbor Month calendar, which is packed with tree planting events, outreaches, a parade, and much more.
So yeah, it's important for us to gather and plant trees across the island to protect our soils, our waters, to provide shade in our public spaces. And yeah, there's just so many benefits to trees. They provide fruits and medicine and all that good stuff.
Trees play a crucial role as natural barriers, whether from the sun, the winds, or even the spread of fire. And with dry season coming up, the island is especially vulnerable to wildfires.
And the link that fire and fires on Guam, human-caused ignitions, can be preventable. You know, they are preventable, and we encourage people to come and join in the conversation, but also know that what burns today erodes away upon rain, and then we move into dry season, we will then have a major fire issue.
Verheeren says through Arbor Month, planting trees and protecting green spaces helps to prevent the progression of fires. It's all the more important as Guam's landscape continues to recover from Typhoon Mawar, when many trees across the island were toppled and uprooted from devastating Category 4 force winds.
We saw that. Many people saw that a good tree, a strong, healthy tree in your community provided windbreak. It provided protection against those winds. And some sites we had to lose those trees, unfortunately. But some trees were resilient and strong, and they withstood the typhoon. And your home and your business and your structure were more protected for it. So this is the reminder. Plant the tree, protect the tree, and as a community, let's do more.
So if there's one thing the community should take away this Arbor Month.
So remember, Guam, Munga Masongi Guahan, don't burn Guam, and we will get there together by protecting our green spaces, shared places, and enhancing our forests together.
Mitsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
And this weekend, the island is invited to a gathering that brings together history, art, and community. Gimatsan Guma is hosting a special share-out event at the Guam Museum, celebrating a cultural journey that stretched across the Pacific and back home. Jonathan Charfaris has more.
After 3 weeks of cultural exchange throughout communities across Turtle Island, from the Wabanaki homelands in Maine to the Chinook homelands in Portland, Gimatsan Guma is bringing their voices, art, and connection back to Guam. Artistic Director Dakota Camacho.
So on Saturday, October 4th, from 11 to 1 p.m., the Gimatsan Guma group that has been facilitating Mali'i is going to be sharing out with our community about the project, the last 4 years, the trajectory of the project, and especially about the 3-week journey that we took from Wabanaki territory, which is momentarily known as the Maine area, to Zizalalich, Seattle, the Tongva, which is Los Angeles, as well as Chinook territory, which is Portland, and connecting with different Chamorro communities, indigenous and Black communities, and how we use our culture, our chant, and our ceremonies to build meaningful relationships.
The project, called Mali'i, revives a historic Chamorro art form known as Kansan Chamarita, a tradition of call and response, storytelling, and verse making that records history and builds community. Joseph Certeza is a traditional pattern design visual artist, and he shares what occurred over the course of 3 weeks.
Things that we took away from this experience was, what does it mean to build relationships with different indigenous communities, which is what's taking place with the Wabanaki community in the state of Maine. Then the next aspect of our experience was, what does it mean to share stories, whether it's through the communities in Seattle area or with youth, which was the Tapanapati Youth Immersion Camp with Katuda Foundation, which is led by the Tapanagui Heidi Chargalok. And then we ended it off going back up to the Pacific Northwest to finish our relationship building with the Duwamish community in Seattle, as well as fulfilling our responsibilities at the Marianas Festival as well.
On Saturday, October 4th at the Guam Museum, the community is invited to experience the culmination of that journey, a multidisciplinary performance ritual. The 2025 Mali'i cohort features Chamorro dancers, visual artists, organizers, and storytellers, from shell ornamentation and hibiscus accessories to movement and song, all activating a space for unity and collaboration. Artwork created during the journey, including traditional ornaments, handmade pieces, will also be available for the community to take home.
So we're going to have hand-printed items from Joey. We're going to have handmade earrings and crafts made by Francesca, carvings from Sihilaan. We'll have our chant booklets. And if you are interested in getting your hands on these materials and learning what they mean to us, this will be a good opportunity for you to come check it out.
Gimatsan Guma says Mali'i is about seeing, remembering, and building together, a celebration of what it means to be Chamorro, rooted in history and shared across oceans.
If you're interested in learning different aspects of what is our Chamorro heritage in terms of the art forms, we want you to be in this space with us and to ask those questions, because we want to share what we know, share what we do, and it's part of our passion, it's part of our love for our island and our community. So, we have to share that with the next generation, and we love for that to happen. So yeah, please come.
Again, the event is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Guam Museum in Hagåtña on Saturday, October 4th. Come and check it out. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Gimatsan Guma. Jonathan Charfaris, KUAM News.
And in other news, the Guam Memorial Hospital Authority Board of Trustees has appointed Dr. Jolene M. Uggan as Hospital Administrator and Interim Chief Executive Officer effective Wednesday. Dr. Uggan, a respected pulmonary and critical care physician, brings both clinical expertise and administrative leadership, having served as COVID-19 Medical Director, Associate Administrator of Clinical Services, and in several medical directorships at GMHA. Governor Lulian Guerrero praised Dr. Uggan's, quote, compassion and excellence, while also extending deep gratitude to outgoing CEO Lillian Perez-Posadas, who recently retired after years of dedicated leadership, including steering GMH through some of its most challenging times. Quote, every patient deserves safe, reliable, compassionate care. Every nurse, doctor, and employee deserves an environment where they can do their best work. That's from Dr. Uggan. Under her interim leadership, GMHA will continue its mission to strengthen operations, innovative in patient care, and build trust with the people of Guam. More primetime when we return.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
I thought you worked in his house.
Oh, I'm wherever he needs to fuel up. Oh, Cantina chicken burrito.
Thanks, Todd.
That's the way to do it.
You know what? Let me actually get something to wash that down with, please.
Yeah, I got you.
Easy. Appreciate it.
You've made a powerful enemy, Todd.
I didn't mean.
Welcome back to Primetime. Today is day 1 of the government shutdown, and Megan McGrath is in Washington, D.C. with the latest.
Day 1 of the government shutdown, and no one knows how long it will last. Only essential workers reported to the office this morning. Non-essential employees have been furloughed until further notice.
It's part of living in a republic. You know, the representatives need to sort out the budget. Yeah, we have an incredible debt in our country, which we are passing on to our children. So I'm glad they're at least trying to think through how they're spending our money.
These are uncertain times for a lot of federal workers. Most we spoke to didn't want to be shown on camera. How do you feel about coming in today?
I'm fine with it, yeah. I need to work. I got a family, so.
Now, you're not going to be paid until it's all over.
Yeah, you know, at this point, being in the government as long as I have been, I'm kind of used to it, but we will get paid eventually. So luckily, I'm smart enough to save money in case things like this happen.
Sad that it came to this.
Yes, it is. And both sides need to come to the table and actually get the toll. And these sides not even listening to each other. And so how can you survive as a society if you can't come together and talk and hash out your differences?
You know, the work that federal employees do is very important to our country. And I'm sure that's being factored in. Of course, there's essential people, but even the people who aren't working today, they're doing work that Americans depend on.
The White House is also responding tonight to those new comments from Pope Leo, the American pontiff, seeming to criticize President Trump's immigration policies, what he calls the, quote, inhumane treatment of immigrants in the U.S.
For the first time since celebrating his inaugural Mass, the American Pope from Chicago weighing in on U.S. politics. Pope Leo seeming to criticize the Trump administration over the president's immigration policies.
Someone who says that I'm against abortion, but I'm in agreement with the inhuman treatment of immigrants who are in the United States. I don't know if that's pro-life. So they're very complex issues. I don't know if anyone has all the truth on them, but I would ask first and foremost that there be greater respect for one another.
The rare remarks coming after his predecessor, Pope Francis, also slammed the president's crackdown on illegal immigration. Tonight, the White House pushing back on Pope Leo's comments.
You've been very open about your Catholic faith. How do you respond to that?
I would reject there is inhumane treatment of illegal immigrants in the United States under this administration. There was, however, significant inhumane treatment of illegal immigrants in the previous administration as they were being trafficked and raped and beaten, and in many cases killed, over our United States southern border.
Pope Leo also said President Trump's rebranding of the Department of Defense to the Department of War was concerning. But he did show support for the president's proposed peace plan for Gaza, calling it realistic and saying he hoped it would be accepted.
School lunches in some places have come a long way from the days of mystery meat and pizza that could be mistaken for cardboard.
At Winthrop STEM Elementary in New London, Connecticut, the lunch menu is anything but typical.
I love it.
From slow-roasted pork shoulder and rice with pigeon peas to grilled plantains, students here can't get enough.
My parents' food makes really good food. This food is way better.
That wasn't always the case. A few years ago, the district hired Brigade, an organization that uses professional chefs to overhaul food programs in schools and senior centers.
We've got kale, we make kale chips.
Replacing frozen and prepackaged foods with fresh ingredients and cooking from scratch. Dan Giusti started the company after leaving his job as head chef at Noma, considered one of the world's top restaurants.
We're showing that it is very practical to place a chef into a school district, and you can make tasty food within the budget that's there.
After starting in Connecticut, Brigade has expanded to 45 school districts in 7 states. Samantha Wilson is the director of the district's food program, with more than 90% of students in New London qualifying for free or reduced meals. This was a personal mission.
It is our responsibility to make sure that we are offering foods that students want to eat. They are looking to get their breakfast and their lunch and their supper from us here.
I think every time there's pork, I'm going to get it.
Healthy meals with a homemade touch. Meg Oliver, CBS News, New London, Connecticut.
And there are new details on the expedition to find Amelia Earhart's long-lost plane.
At the Seattle Museum of Flight, a tribute to Amelia Earhart and an exact replica of her Lockheed Electra plane. The very tight cockpit and rudimentary controls that she used while trying to fly around the world in 1937.
I'm impressed by how constricted the space is, right?
Archaeologist Richard Pettigrew is on a mission to find Earhart's real plane.
Amelia Earhart on a globe-girdling flight with navigator Fred Noonan.
The mystery has lasted for 88 years. What happened to Earhart and Noonan? An international search turned up nothing.
This is the first image.
But now a new team is preparing to head to this remote island in early November, zeroing in on a lagoon. Is that a piece of Earhart's plane peeking above the sand? The satellite photo was snapped in 2015, a year after a massive tropical storm shifted the sand, potentially revealing the plane.
So it could easily be buried by sediment in the water.
Pettigrew will lead the 15-person team to Nicomararo in Kiribati, a country of remote Pacific islands. 2 boats will take 6 days to get there. The team will cut its way through the jungle to reach the lagoon, then use high-tech tools to search for Earhart's plane under the sand. But Rick Gillespie, who has spent decades writing about and searching for Earhart, says that photo shows a fallen coconut tree, not Earhart's plane, though Earhart did likely crash there.
We've looked there in that spot, and there's nothing there.
Human remains discovered in 1940, then lost, are now thought to have been Earhart's. Previous searches turned up medicine bottles and clothing from the 1930s. Commercial astronaut Sirisha Bandla, a Purdue alum, is joining the search, hoping to bring her role model's plane back home to her alma mater.
Not only did she do those audacious things for women, she helped keep the door open so other women can walk in her footsteps.
Keep it here, you're watching KUAM.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa, you can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at your Island Pizza Hut.
From fire stations across the island to the heart of Barrigada, Fire Captain Joseph Santos has made it his mission for he and his crew to serve beyond the call of duty. Known not only for fighting fires, but for building bridges in every village he's assigned. His latest outreach brought joy and harmony, literally. Alongside his crew and members of the vision-impaired community at the Barrigada Community Center, he lifted voices in song, proving that service comes in many forms. Jonah Ginchafaris has more.
For Captain J.D. L. Santos with the Guam Fire Department, being a first responder means more than just answering emergencies. It's about connecting with the community. Over the years, he's been assigned to fire stations in Estimbo, Tamuning, and now Barrigada. And at each location, he and his crew have made it a point to do something good within the village.
We wanted to really give back to the community, do a community outreach.
It started in Estimbo when he and his crew sang Christmas carols at the Senior Community Center.
They really liked it so much. They asked us to come back. We sang a few times.
Times are changing, things are strange, we are so confused.
He kept that spirit of giving alive in Tamuning and now Barrigada. It was a post on social media that caught the attention of Mayor June Bloss.
She got a hold of me and she said, JDL, what can you do to give back for the blind community? I said, hey man, we can probably sing for them too.
That led him to meet Jackie Cabrera, who is visually impaired and part of the See What's Cooking group.
After they sang to us, he goes, we're doing a little karaoke style. And we're like, okay, no problem. So, we enjoy the communication and we enjoy the outreach that you're doing. So we were listening to them, and then after they got done, we said, all right, we'd like to give a song back to you.
Jackie and the others broke out their instruments.
They actually sang for us. They did the benediction, the blessing, the Aisana. They sang it for us, and it was really beautiful.
Last week, the two groups came together for a special performance at St. Dominic's in Barrigada Heights.
It was amazing. I had not been to St. Dominic's. The last time I was there was back in 1989. When I used to actually take care of the youth ministry over here at San Vicente Church in my sighted life, we used to feed all the menuncos and help around with what needed to be done. And so it was amazing to be back there and just to be able to hear the staff there, the caregivers, the families, and the patients, that can identify us. They were very amazed.
They really appreciate what we did. You can see the smiles in their face. They brought a lot of joy. So it was a really beautiful day, a lot of blessings.
Cabrera says it was also a way to say thank you to those who serve.
Thank you all for all that you do, the first responders, for our island of Guam and our people, and for saving lives.
For Santos, this journey of connection is just beginning, and it wouldn't be possible without the support of the community.
I just want to say thank you for all the support, the messages coming from social media. And I just want to say thank you, everybody, and just save a life.
Jonah Ginchafaris, KUAM News.
Now for a look at your world at home. Here's a beachside view of Marine Lab in Manila.
Now it pays to spread the Better Together experience. With our brand new referral program, you can earn up to $150 in account credits for every referral you bring in. That's right, family, neighbors, friends, even your coworkers. Just pass them your account name and account number. When they sign up for Docomo Pacific service and drop your info, cha-ching! Credit applied. So spread the word and start stacking those savings. Additional conditions may apply. Docomo Pacific, we're better together.
is Erin Clemena. I'm the class of 2026 and I play volleyball for Simon Sanchez High School. Honestly, just the love for the game. I truly love volleyball and it's brought me so many people, friendships and relationships, and like my family is all surrounded around volleyball. Being consistent and having a good mindset, I honestly struggle with having a good mindset, but as captain, I feel like I have to support my team and lift them up. I'd like to improve on my passing as like one of the very few middle blockers that play all 6 rotations. I just think that my lowest skill is passing, so I'd like to improve on that just to elevate my game all around. Some of the life lessons I learned along this journey is probably controlling what I can and trusting my teammates, because I can't win a game alone. You need 6 players to win a game, and just trusting my teammates and what they can do is something that I've had to learn. I have a huge volleyball family, so they really support me and they go to all of my games, and I've always heard my name in the crowd, so they really push me to keep going and like win for them. My long-term goals in the sport is possibly competing at the higher level, but also giving back to my community and coaching in the future. When my teammates are struggling, I try to remind them to be confident. That's something that I've had to learn, is to be confident in my skills, and that's what makes me play at my greatest. So reminding my teammates that they are good and they do good at their sport is how I motivate them. The competition is great. I really am happy that we are challenging private school now. I think it makes me so much more competitive and drives me so much more. And I think we're handling it pretty all right. We've kind of had some easier games in the beginning, so our harder games are towards the end. But so far, I think my team got it, and we're gonna climb up that ladder. Shout out to my family. I love you guys so much, and I thank you so much for supporting me. And to my mother dearest, who does everything for me, thank you. My name's Erin Clemena, and you're watching In the Cut.
Over in Manilao, in a little quiet room that's decked out in UOG green, is a podcast studio that's bustling with activity in preparation for their latest live stream. It also just happens to double as athletic director Doug Palmer's office, but that's besides the point. Now it's here that for the past 5 seasons, the Triton Sports Podcast has talked about stats, schedules, and scores for UOG's athletic adventures. The host in front of the camera, as well as the producers behind it, put together a fun weekly show for the student body, alumni, and fans. They gave us some behind-the-scenes access about their humble beginnings and where they're headed to keep up the spirit for those who fight for the green and white.
Fieldhouse tonight at 6:30 p.m. and 8:15 p.m. The Lady Triton Super League Championship is happening along with the 3rd place game.
How does it feel to actually have a show, and Rosanna, since you've been doing this now for like a while,
yes,
it's your voice, it's your face, it's your spirit, like that's really carrying the show. So what does the show mean to you?
Oh man, this show has been going on with me for a couple of years now. Now that I'm here at the university, it's been 5 years. 5 years. I'm not even keeping count. Well, it means a lot to me, most especially as a student, just because not a lot of people know what's going on in terms of the athletics or what the athletic program here offers. So it's very meaningful for me to be able to share what's going on, get some updates, and of course, to share what's new here at the university.
Now, Kai, anybody could just do a show and just press, let's go live stream and everything like that and go, 15 minutes and then we're done. You guys actually give your show personality, enthusiasm, like you make people proud to be like a Triton, to see what's coming up. You can feel like if you guys came up short, it's like, we'll do better next time and everything like that. How important is it for you to actually not say, we're not just reading the news and everything like that, but we're really like building community?
Oh, it's definitely important. I think the fact that there is personality into the news or into our podcast, I feel like it kind of gives it a unique twist to it. Like it's not just your regular news anchor or anything. Like it's me and Rosanna. I think another thing is the relationships I built as well. It definitely defined our podcast, and then also defined me. Like, I'm really close to Palmer now, and I got to know Rosanna, so I think it's pretty fun. It's part of my routine.
Hafide, I'm Rosanna.
And I'm Kai.
And this is the Triton Athletics Podcast. Catch us weekly on our Facebook page at Triton Athletics.
Or you can also, I don't know what to say. Do it again.
Catch us here on our... Why we stopped with the pre-recording and everything, because I messed up so much. I get nervous. Hafide, I'm Rosanna.
I'm Kai.
Catch us on our weekly video podcast on our Facebook page at Triton Athletics.
And find daily updates on our Facebook page and Instagram page.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the key word and everything. So how excited do you get either pre-game, post-game, like if there's a big announcement and everything, let's say hurry up, we got to set up the gear and everything like that. We got to get this out.
Oh, I get really excited, especially because I'm a part of that athletic side of, I guess, Triton Athletics. I think it's the fact that I have a personal connection to it. It's like, oh yeah, we won the game. Like, are you gonna mention that? Like, I asked Palmer, like, oh, are you gonna mention that? Or if we lose the game, it's like, are you gonna mention that? Like, cut it out. Why are you gonna ask me that question? So.
And Rosanna, you guys may not necessarily be on the court every single day as players or on the field or training like the other athletes do, but you're as much a part of the game experience as anybody. And I know there's a lot of people that actually watch your show that say, in a lot of ways, I look forward to the podcast sometimes even more than the athletic event, because I want to see their enthusiasm and I want to see them break down what happened. So what does that mean to you?
Honestly, I do feel very honored that I could be a part of that experience. Like Kai mentioned, it's the character that we bring to this, to the podcast, how we announce the news. I believe that is most especially coming from a student's perspective, right? It's different, not just from somebody who just got a little cap shot and then went to go and report it. It's a little bit more different, seeing as a student here at the university, you're able to kind of know a little bit more into details with that. But be able to see that and hear it from them, it's to be able to say, okay, I'm involved in that, I'm a part of it, I know what's going on. And then a lot of feedback has just been, keep up the good work, we're loving the news. And once again, it's just coming from the perspective of it as a student.
I think another thing is the fact that this place is so small. Like, this island is so small, so like my aunties or like the people I just meet, they're like, oh, you're the one from the podcast. And I'm like, yeah, I am. Like, I think it became another like way to, or I guess it's another association of mine now. It's like, oh yeah, that's the girl from the podcast. Like, I'm not Kylie.
The fact that you guys actually get along and gel so well is very, very obvious.
That's another thing too. It's trying to gel with the person that I've had, for many years now. And Kai has been really good with me so far. I hope I've been good to her as well. Yes. So far so good, and I look forward to what's next.
Okay, Kai, so speaking of what's next, great segue there. Tremendous segue.
She's a natural.
Okay, you guys also live stream like a lot of your games here, like for Triton Nation. Everybody loves to watch it and everything. Do you see yourself maybe jumping on the mic and doing play-by-play for the for an entire game?
Oh, definitely. I feel like because of the connection that we have now, of course we like just met not too long ago, but I think because we're seeing each other almost every week, it's like, I think we definitely could do that, especially because we kind of get a perspective of like an athlete and then somebody who like knows about athletics. Like she probably knows more than I do, honestly.
Oh, I don't know about that.
But yeah, I think we definitely could do that, guarantee. Yeah.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Foodie Call is served fresh, presented by Pepsi. Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Happy day, guys. Welcome back to another edition of Foodie Call. I'm Bailey. Pizza shop here in Dedido for National Pizza Month.
So first we're gonna start off with the vodka pie with house sausage and feta cheese.
Ooh.
It looks so yummy.
All right, I'm ready to take a bite. Cheers, Padme. I really like that vodka sauce that they have. You can really taste it.
It's really flavorful. And I love my pizzas extra cheesy.
To the wings, which look so good, by the way. We're gonna get a Pepsi break because pizza and wings are always better with Pepsi. Yeah. Oh, so good. All right, so next we have the wings. There's the naked confit wings and the hot honey butter confit wings. So the reason why they're called confit wings is because it's an old cooking technique where they preserve the meat in oil and it helps to tenderize the cartilage, which is so interesting. Okay, cheers first before we do it.
Cheers.
Ooh.
Let me get more.
That was crispy.
It really is so soft too.
All right, let's go into the hot honey butter.
This one looks extra crunchy.
I'm a saucy wing girl too, so I definitely appreciate the honey on this. Right. Cheers. Let's get some more ranch.
Oh, it pairs really good with the blue cheese.
It was delicious.
I think it's the right amount of spice too.
Yeah, it's not spicy at all.
Like good enough to be flavorful, but not enough to be overwhelming.
Yeah. Oh, I love this. It's the perfect amount of sweet and savory.
This might be my favorite just yet.
Right? Before we go into the last pizza, let's go take one more Pepsi break. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Padme.
Cheers.
This is such a big slice. Or cheers.
Pizza cheers. That first bite had a lot in it, and it was so good. You can really taste the garlic and the spinach.
10 out of 10.
I would come back just for this.
All right, guys, that wraps up another edition of Foodie Call. Thank you to Pepsi for sponsoring the segment, and thank you to Tommy's for taking care of us.
Make sure to check out their Instagram at Eat Good Pizza Guam for more information about their store hours and location and any special deals or promos they have.
All right, guys, we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Foodie Call is served fresh, presented by Pepsi. Pizza, better with Pepsi.
And still to come, birthday shoutouts.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
News Bites is brought to you by Docomo Pacific Better Together, Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas, and the Guam Army National Guard. Live here, serve here.
Biba Fresco Friday, everybody. Hey, Biba Jonya. Jonya rules. We all know this, and it is, of course, Jonya's Fiesta this weekend. We're all going to celebrate. You guys are going to find out about that. But check out this shirt, all right? And it is Fresco Friday, so I want to thank my friends down at Fresco for letting me wear this amazing shirt. I always talk about the fact that these shirts look amazing, right? This we know. Check this out. Very, very stretchy, but it's not going to tear. So if you're wearing this, like, you know, like if you're like us at KUAM and you go out on the field, you're running around all the time, it feels good, fits right, and it's not going to bunch up. I love that, the fact. It's kind of like wrinkle-free too. It's absolutely wrinkle-free. And, you know, you can leave it hanging out, you know, if you're working out in the field, like I said, or tuck it in, go to church, go to a job interview, go to class. It's the best and everything like that. I love this Fresco shirt. It looks really good too. All right, what have we got to? Hey, the casting call's coming up, and you know what? This poster kind of matches my Fresco shirt, now that I think about it. And the casting call is for the Booney Discovering Communications Department. Fantastic work being done over there in Manila. If you would like to be a part of this cast, bring your A game, bring your talent, bring your performance skills, bring your performance art, savvy, and your love of being on stage. And we hope to see you as we get closer and closer to opening night. This is going to be amazing. Also going on, the Legacy of Hope Gala. All right, I want you to get involved with this because some very, very good work going on by Catholic Social Services, and we need to support this very worthwhile island organization. They have been around forever, and they continue to help our people that are in need, maybe need a little bit of a helping hand, taking care of themselves, helping families, and that's what Catholic Social Services does. And you know, they're way up there in Barragata Heights. They do fantastic work over there, and of course, they're doing it, you know, for the big boss upstairs. They're doing very good work. All right, Red, White, and Brew is an event that is coming up, and consider checking this out, everybody, because good work. It is the wine and beer tasting event for the good folk down in Maina, Biba Maina, and Our Lady of Purification Parish. If you've never been to Mass in Maina's parish, it's absolutely amazing. Very, very small church, but it's very, very cozy. The villagers there, everybody gets along, and this wonderful event, they have it every year. Beer and wine tasting. It's going to go to help improve the church, do some cleanups and everything, and really keep Maina one of my favorite villages. I got some family down there, and they're really good people. All right, and you have a couple more days, my friends, to consider thinking about if you're doing pick'ems, if you're doing fantasy. Actually, you probably should have done your fantasy starting lineup already, but the game of the week is going to be on Monday, 10:20 kickoff time, because this AFC East matchup, as I've been telling you, the 6th-time world champion New England Patriots are going to visit the Buffalo Bills. I'm not even going there, right? I know what you guys were thinking I was going to say, but no, they got the defending MVP, and they are going to host the Pats. Bills look really, really good this season. Could they go to the AFC Championship game again? We're going to see, but make sure that you watch this game, because how this shakes up as a divisional game is going to set the pace for the rest of the season. All right, I got my shirt on. We got the Jonia Fiesta going on. Let's get to birthdays.
Friday birthday love, and birthday number 6 going out to Tonka Fernando Camacho.